Welcome to the Dobsonian Power Night Sessions, again with the comets outside. It's getting brightest. And now with 8-inch Dobsonian telescope, a beautiful telescope I have over my equatorial platform, and the Arizona Nexus, and also the ZWO 294 camera for a nice view of the comet C2022 E3. Again, it's getting brighter. In 2 nights we will have the great night. I'm anxious for that. I was watching before the streaming with binoculars. Today I watched it with binoculars. Very nice views with binoculars. The thing is, I can't stand too much with the binoculars. My arms start to fall. But I didn't see it yet in naked eye, at least here on my Portal 5 location. By the way, we are here.
Planet Earth, continent Europe, country Portugal, region Algarve, 37 latitude Portal 5.
So we will be watching the comet and other objects, or object we don't know yet. You will choose. Now let me take the dew shield from outside and connect sharp cap first to watch the camera. This is a crazy event, the comet. After 50,000 years, here we are capturing a unique comet. Let's connect first this. Let me check first if the sound is good, if we are streaming in a good quality. It is. And now let me check I hire a new bot for Discord, but again I think it didn't work. So I will call the people. I will inform the people to the stream. Live now. These bots. Okay, on Discord. Join us on Discord, by the way. It's a great growing community there also. It's our community from here, from YouTube, but it's there also after the streams to chat and to help each other. I will take the dew shield first outside, because I noticed yesterday with a Virtuoso, when I start the Virtuoso, I take off the focal reducer and this adapter, which I use. Come on, the focus. Not working. You see, this is a focal reducer here, and the nose piece, and I looked inside and it was all foggy. So I protected the telescope while the cooling down. And I will point to a star to focus. Okay, it was off. Thank you, Marcin. Thank you. I was speaking to the flies. Okay, what I was doing, I made 4 Telrad, and then with the finder scope, it was what I was saying. With the finder scope, I was searching in the area of the comet, and as you saw, it was very fast. Much faster than yesterday with the GoTo. That's why I love the equatorial platforms. No micro. I was here so excited. You know, there's always something failing. Hello, Androxa. Rao. New York. Anthony. Brian. Dobsonian power, of course.
Dobsonian power.
John. Fred Led. Daniela, good evening. Bem-vinda. Brian the Primate. Anaximandro. Samir. Hope you having a great night with better weather. Hello Rita, bem-vinda. Astrocade, very nice picture I saw from you. The horse head. Very nice start. Marcin, no micro, no micro. Thank you for warning me. My sky is Bortle 5. For the ones that just entered, we are watching the comet in real time from Algarve in the south of Europe.
Planet Earth. Continent Europe. Country Portugal. Region Algarve. 37 latitude Bortle 5.
And also we have outside, pointing to the comet, the 8-inch Dobsonian telescope over an equatorial platform. And the camera, of course. Miguel, thank you. Only 8 likes. Give a like to the live stream to boost this as a comet. Speed as a comet. Now let's live stack this thing. This 50,000 years after comet. I will use I'm not sure if this is very well polar aligned because I placed the telescope in the other place to capture the comet and without marks in the ground. But it's roughly alignment. It's roughly aligned with my own eyes. We'll see the drift. And bang and bam. And here he is. There we go. Comet C 2022 E3, the green comet. The last chance to watch this comet. Tonight, after tonight, and after tomorrow. This is a real image. No pre-recordings, nothing. Real image. If the comet explodes, we will watch live. The dust is this. This is the dust. And this is the green is the gas around the comet. This is the nucleus of the comet. 8-inch Dobsonian, giving you the nice views of the comet. Lucky guy, Bortle 3. I can't complain because I have no clouds. 8-inch plus an equatorial platform, it's equal to
Dobsonian power.
Hello, Quasar. Greetings to Kansas. United States of America. I don't need no paracord. I just need my eyes, my Dobsonian, an equatorial platform and camera. However, I'm using this tool to improve my views. Stereos on an X, a comma corrector and focal reducer. I hacked my 18-inch Dobsonian f6, moving the primary mirror forward to allow me to use this beautiful tool, and instead of f6 it's much faster, f4.5 or around that. Let me check, 6 plus by 4.5, so much faster. That means it gathers more light in the same time as it was without the corrector. And the stars are fine until the edges. It's clipping. Let me check. Because I made some changes, maybe clipping, I don't know. Let me check the sound. I don't need... I'm not listening any clipping. Tell me in the chat. I made a change, but I can... No, it's working fine. It's working fine. Sound is fine, yeah. Maybe the connection. No, because I did another hack. Now what I did in this computer was that I managed the priorities. And today I changed another thing I'm always testing. I gave height priority to sharp cap to boost the frame rate. I don't know if it will affect, but maybe not. If you notice any change, I think it's okay. Yes, this is epic music for an epic event. This is real an epic event. Many people didn't realize yet. This is an epic event. This comet you will not see it ever again. Ever, never. And maybe I have hope that maybe in the 1st of February we can watch it at naked eye. I think I saw something, but it's still very faint. We can't distinguish it in the sky from a star. Of course, knowing where he is, the comet, I can see something there, but you know, not enough to... Hello Natalia, greetings to Ukraine also. Welcome back. I finally did it tonight. I saw the comet. The sky was not perfect, but the comet was clearly visible. I used my 18-inch Dobson. By the way, that's the Dobsonian power, and congratulations! Love it. We are using the same 18-inch Dobsonian. Ray, welcome. Bartek. Okay, while if you want, we can watch another object, then we come back to the comet, because the comet is the main character. Actually, this is not bad in terms of polar alignment. It's a bit out of alignment, but not important. No pictures yet. Join us on Discord and post the pictures there. Hello Mazif. So you did it, Ray. You watched the comet last night with your bino viewers and 10-inch Dob. How was it? How were the views? Brian the Primate, I am sort of spoiled when it comes to comets. I am old enough to remember comets Yakutak and Hale-bopp back in the 90s. They were the brightest comets in the night when they flew by. Well, this is the present, Brian. This is what I have to say to you. Watch the present and think in the future, because it will be bright for us. Record those beautiful images, which many of us don't have, me included, in your memories forever. You're watching on the mobile, okay. Stereo vision. Well, I'm getting anxious to have bino viewers. Can you go over your settings for sharp cap? What do you mean? Do you want me to show you my settings? It's that? Absolutely. Record them for the eternity. Nobody can wash them out. Information cannot be destroyed, so it's yours forever. And yours and the universe. No eyes, it's over now. Still cloudy in Alabama. Clear on Friday, so I can use my bino viewers. Good. You are all in the binos. Yes, you have those super binos. Working in the telescope. Oh. This comet represents the past of Earth coexisting with the present. I wonder how was Earth at that time. That's true. Oh yes, you want the settings? Well, my settings are, I can't zoom. Color space, RAW 16. Capture area, the full area of the camera. Binning 1. I don't use binning. Output format, fits. It doesn't matter so much because I'm not recording the frames. Debayer preview on to watch the colors. Exposure 8 seconds. Gain the usual 350. It's the gain that works better for my skies on average. So to optimize my views I never change it. And the darks, that's it. High speed mode off. This is needed for nothing here. And darks here. I have my darks applying. No flats. I don't use flats. No patience for that. Brightness 8. It's the one that works better for my sky. 8. In the 294. And the white balance is actually on auto. It should not be on auto, but it is. Usually is 50-50. Let me see why. I placed on auto because for us to see in the live streams is better for you to see faster the colors. Maybe and not so greenish. But I should have them on 50-50. I don't know. Hold on. Now I can't change. I'm in the live stacking. I will record this. Let's reset the stacking because the comet is very fast. Tonight is even faster. Look at the movement. He moved from here to here during a live stacking. This is the movement of the comet. Let's do like this. Not this. This one. Okay, here it is, the comet. By binoculars I saw better than this. Not so enhanced the nucleus, but the tail I could watch more or less in binoculars. Like this. Even better. Yes, like this. With binoculars in my Bortal 5, I saw this before the stream. Not so exposed, the nucleus. The nucleus were a bit more faint, but the tail was visible here. This part, not here. Like this, exactly like this. This is the view from binoculars, if you have binoculars. But I can't stand with binoculars too much time. Now let me adjust this, because I placed this on auto, I don't know why. No, it's not on auto. Why is not 50-50? 50-50. Yeah, you see the greenish. Yes, I placed on auto. Oh, I changed this because of the live streams to have a better color. But I can place 50-50 is the way to go, because it will improve the work of the stacking. Then we adjust. This camera works with all the power, it's on 50-50. At least as far as I know. Let's do it again now. Then we adjust. It will 50-50, it will return you some greenish tint. And if it's cloudy, the weather, it's worse, you see? But then you adjust the color here. And the auto stretch, so it goes to the natural color. I don't know, I don't see many difference, so I may adjust for a nice view live, and then live stacking like this, because the pictures have been great. Let me check if it was what you wanted. You are having a good time. You can't complain, Naziv. Neither do I. Why don't you save the images? I think after flat fill correction the images will be much better. I don't have patience for that. Look, we do what we do to enjoy, not to suffer or to be bored. The post-processing of pictures, that spending, because you have to spend time on that, it gets me bored. It's a waste of time to me. And I explain loads of times. I have all my devices at home, these two devices, all my TVs, everything at home are constantly, permanently rolling Hubble pictures and James Webb pictures, the best pictures in the world. So I can enjoy real good pictures, the best ones, every day and every night. So to watch pictures I do that. To enjoy, I enjoy do visual with eyepieces, I love it. And what I can't see with eyepieces, because I'm a human like you, no? What we can't see, I had the camera to allow me to see, for instance, now. I just showed you what I saw with binoculars, but this, with this color and this effect and this tail, I can't see in naked eye, with my eyes, visually. I have to use a help of a device, a camera, to watch. What I enjoy though is watching this in real time. I don't take pleasure with post-processing and being there, manipulating and transforming the real image that I had for one that I imagined. Understand? However, I understand that many people like to do that. It's an hobby. The hobby, astronomy hobby, is divided in many parts. One of them is astrophotography, another visual, another EAA, electronically assisted astronomy, which is what I'm doing now. Let's boost a bit this. Yeah, the tail is faint today, and I may have an explanation for that. It's the moon. It's the moon that's washing the tail in our live views. That's why I said previously that the last nights before this one could be better to capture the comet. And my guess is that will be worse. It will be brighter, it will be better to watch it visually, it will be better to watch through an eyepiece, it will be better to watch through a telescope or binoculars. However, it will not be better to do astrophotography, my guess. It will be brighter. And also probably to naked eye. 4 telescopes. Did you choose brightness and white balance by trial and error or how? Yes, a bit of. First, I tried with a brain. They have a feature here on SharpCap for you to check the best settings, and the brain gave me a bit more. I don't remember, but gave me a bit more of 8. I tried, but then I came back to the 8, which was the number that was by default with my camera, and it worked better. So for my sky, it depends on the sky. To my sky, it's better the brightness 8 in this camera. Vinoscope. Dobsonian vinoscopes. We have all kinds of telescopes here. Then maybe my wife will join me, of course. We use every tricks we know. The gain the same. The gain is near what the brain of SharpCap gave me. The brain usually gave me a bit more, 370. The gain is variable. It fluctuates depending on the sky when SharpCap analyzes. So I wanted to get a balance, an average gain, an average number to use in all circumstances without having to reset everything. I don't like to do that. I want to, like the filters, one broadband filter for all. And it works. And the 350, it was by trial and error. I tried first the other gains and then 40 or 370 or 300 or 320, you know, until I found that the 350 was the one that works better for every object. And since then I made the darks, which is very convenient to have the same gain, because you make the darks for that gain and only change the exposure time. So my darks are 4 second, 2 second, 4 second, 8 second, 10 second, 12 second, but always with the same gain. If you change the gain, you will have to duplicate the darks for those exposures using different gains, all the combinations, which is a cumbersome. You can try, like me, you have my reference, you can try the 350 and then you increase and take the frames, do the live stack and watch the result, and then you decrease to 300 and do the live stack and watch the result. It's the best way to go. Yes, the 294, in my opinion, has the best relationship, quality and price for these telescopes, the Dobsonians. Other setups are different, but for Dobsonians, for Newtonians, from 6" and up, it's the best relation with quality and price. You don't need anything else. It has a super large sensor. Samir, I'm always changing the gain together with exposure. Maybe it's an error I didn't consider it. Well, it's not an error. You can change the gain and the exposure. However, you adjust this. However, remember that the darks should match the exposure and the gain, and around the same temperature. Those three things, and the brightness should be the same. But the brightness, you choose your brightness always the same. Do like me. The gain, get an average gain that you see that returns you good images without excessive noise, but also without having those images that are without brightness and color and nothing. You get an image like mine, like this one, with brightness, okay? And detail. And then you do darks just for the different exposures. The ones that you use the most. I use even numbers because, and I can explain you also that the sweet spot for me, it's the 4 seconds because of the wind. It's the one that I can use if I have trouble with wind or tracking or something. So I have always the 4 second exposure, the darks there, as a safety. Then I will not make 5 seconds, 6 seconds, it's not worth it. Then I like the 8 seconds when I can, 8 seconds like today. And if it's very stable and the object needs more exposure or it gets better, I have the 10 and the 12 also. Then from the 12 I go to 15, yes, I go to odd number. But usually I do the steps like that. That's a good idea. Wine glass she can look through when she tips it up to drink. Refractor with a primary in the base. Yeah, only with a support. You can buy a support for the binoculars to adapt in a regular tripod. Yes, but to me, to use binoculars would have to be with those brackets they have that you sit like this and it moves without having to to grab the binoculars, but they are very expensive. And I don't know, I prefer the telescope. Christopher, I started with high gain, low exposure, then longer exposure, and drop the gain till I get the longest exposure, lowest gain possible, you're asking. No. If you use darks, and you should use, the darks should match the exposure. What do you mean? To test the best gain for you? Trial and error. Trial and error. You may have better tracking to increase the exposures. I have the threshold about maybe 15 seconds. With the equatorial platform is lower, 15 seconds and 2 seconds. 2 seconds it's very noisy, the image. So I play with the 4 seconds, between 4 seconds and 15, which is my threshold more or less. Many disciplines, yes, it's that. And all are valid. I don't reject any, don't criticize. The thing is, people also have to accept that I don't, but they don't understand. That I don't want to post-process. Sometimes I don't debate on social networks because of that. Sometimes I just don't answer. There are often people, I don't know what they have in their mind. They think that I should do like they want me to do, because that's the way to do. But I don't do that like that. I do it my way, my way. And I'm happy like that. However, as you well know here, like Madzi, for instance, and others, Ray, many others, that you like astrophotography, and then you can fly. In astrophotography, there's place for everybody, and every telescope's here. Solar, planetary, DSO, EAA, visual. I also like solar. I don't do often, but I like to do sometimes. I have to do a live stream with solar. It's getting active, Sam. Guilherme, I only speak English here. We only speak English. This is a spoken English spoken channel. I'm tracking it with this, the equatorial platform. The better thing that I bought for my Dobsonians. How I love this platform. It's not perfect, it's not the best one, but it's very nice. And I have the 8-inch over the equatorial platform. Can you see the equatorial platform down here? You see? Here? It's equatorial platform. It's so good. Because I just have to place it outside. I have the marks. I don't have to polar align. Even now that I changed the position, it's not polar aligned. It's more or less roughly polar aligned. And it works for what I do. I place over the marks I have. You polar align once in life. If you use always the same place. You place the platform there every night. The telescope over it. Connect, and that's it. Nothing is more simple than that. And I love to keep it simple. I love it. So it's what I recommend the most. Then you can use with everything. Space is cool. That's our mindset, Bartek. Space is cool. It's very cool. Marcy knows. He has one also. So simple, so easy to enter for a beginner. So easy to use, so convenient, so... I don't know, everything. The only thing that Dobsonians have, the disadvantage that the Dobsonians have is the portability. But if you use, like me, in the same place, the bigger the better. Well, there's a threshold for the platform. The 12-inch is a good aperture. Because I can't use a 12-inch with a equatorial mount. If I want to take pictures, it's... I'm talking about you, because I don't... No, neither do I. Well, I watch it through an eyepiece. Let me check 10 seconds if this... You see, it's not polar aligned, but it's, well, I don't know if the 10 seconds... Hang on. Yeah. Oh, I prefer the color as it was, actually. No, I can't change. Now I want to come back to the color I had. I will check the files from yesterday. It says there, I think. Let me check. Temperature. My darks are completely out of temperature, but they are working. There are some hot pixels, but almost imperceptible. Color here. The white balance B, it's blue, 72, and the red, 47. This is the combination of colors that returns to the live stream is better. Less greenish image. 72, 47. Let me check here. Especially when we are watching planets without live stacking. I will leave it like this. 72, 47. Okay. Oops. Yeah, the tail, it should be the moon. Should be the tail, should be here. Here. Or is this getting blue? Getting blue. Pushing the blue. Lock this. It's pushing to the blue. Now the 4 seconds. Weird. Well, we are watching the Comet C 2022 E3, the green comet approaching Earth 2 nights to approach the peak of approaching to Earth, to us. After 50,000 years where the Neanderthals and the Homo sapiens were enjoying the views, hopefully. Just find the balance. Yes, Miguel, I'm Portuguese, but this channel only speaks in English. This is to the world, not only to Portuguese spoken. Anthony, can you tell us more about your equatorial mount? It's not an equatorial mount, it's an equatorial platform. You have a full playlist in my channel. You open the channel, you go to playlists. Oh. You go to the channel, playlists. Where is it? Ah, it's here. Dobsonian Equatorial Platform. You have 5 videos here. View playlist. You see? From the first review, then how I use it, how I align it. Everything. Yeah, I love the colors of the comet. The dust and the gas. It's interesting that today we can't see the tail and yesterday was so defined. Should be here. Yeah, it's the moon. For sure. I can do 20 minutes exposures, but I hate taking darks after. Why do you take after? If you're being a perfectionist, use the same darks. Make darks for 20 seconds and that's it. And the same gain, and you use always the same master dark, master file. Somebody stole the tail of the comet. Maybe it's coming to Earth. Is there any significant difference between TIFF versus PNG files while live stacking? Antonio, while live stacking, no. I use PNG because I only want a snapshot first. It's only to quick post-processment, very fast, as you usually see here. And PNG have more colors, I don't know, they are more intense. So it's what I use to the snapshot. Now, if you want to do astrophotography, you can, that's why I have here, but I don't use. I have here in the files output format, fits. If I save here, it will save as seen, it will save as a PNG. Save as scene. I go to the you see? PNG. It opens the image. This is what I do. It recorded a PNG and nothing more. But if you want to record the frames and then process them, you have this on FITS files, the output format. That means if you click here on raw frame, save all, it will stack along recording the frames at the same time in your PC. That way, at the end, even that you don't take a snapshot, you can take anyway. You take the snapshot, but all those files will be recorded, and then you can post-process them if you like to do that. To post-process, none of them are good, are better. The better ones are FITS file. Use FITS file, because FITS file is the format that contains all the information, much more information that you capture, rather than TIFF or PNG. Yes, TIFF has more information to stack, but I don't use to stack. I use PNG. Well, I don't choose. When I take the snapshot, the save as scene, it saves automatically in PNG. Then, if you want to choose here, they have the option SAR file, which is like a video. It's better than a video, AV file. PNG, FITS, TIFFs, and ADV. You choose FITS, it's the better one. You can choose TIFF in the second place, but FITS are better. For what you want to do astrophotography, FITS files. No doubt, you can ask any astrophotographer. But he was the question, while live stacking? While live stacking, you don't need anything. Hail to the king, the 12-inch. In this case, we are not using a 12-inch, we are using the 8-inch. We have all the munition here. The Dobsonian power munition.
Dobsonian power.
Is this stacking or is it over? The platform, after an hour, is still stacking. Dobsonian power. You know, Christopher, I was thinking I have place for one more graphics here. These graphics that I use, like this one.
Dobsonian power.
Because I have a limited space, but as the giveaway was over, I want a space to use. And today I was thinking in make one of the Dobsonian, but it may hurt people's feelings because of using the god, and I decided not to do it. But I have place for one more funny thing. I didn't think, what should I use here? I have the wheel, I have the Dobsonian power, I have the congrats, I have the star hopping. I have the community pictures.
Community pictures.
The super chat.
Super shot.
The wheel.
The wheel.
I have space for one more. If you have any idea. I can do something with some graphics, and I do like a voice, a different voice or something. Ray has many telescopes, and my 10-inch Dobby is my favorite one. I didn't know that, Ray. It's interesting to know. Maybe because of its simplicity. Can you use the 12-inch with equatorial mount? Well, how about the 10-inch? I was looking at possibly getting a 12. A 12 is a cumbersome. You need a Pierre, and it's a cumbersome. A 10-inch, it's possible with many of them. Ray has, and I think, yeah, Ray has one that is very strong, but it's expensive. Prepare your wallet. Prepare your wallet. Tiago, is the mount available in the USA? I think they sell to USA. My equatorial platform, it's not called the mount. It's called equatorial platform to distinguish from equatorial mount. If you go to, because many people ask that, and one of them, I said I didn't know. I gave them the site geoptic.com in Italy, Europe, and they contact them, and then they return me the answer saying that very happy that they ship to United States, and they bought it. There's people from United States that bought from Italy. Of course, you have those things, the taxes or the shipping price, but it's worth it. Sometimes I, once in a while, buy from United States, something that I don't have here. I pay the taxes, and that's a question of a bit more of money. Ask Google. Says Marcin. Hi, Adam. Is it heading towards the sun? Is it heading towards the sun? Will the tail get longer? Good question. I don't know. Let me check. Tail, sun. What they say here? The comet shows a breakage in its signature tail that is likely caused by space weather. Another theory. No. And this comet is, I forgot to say, this comet comes from the Oort cloud. No, they don't say here. Well, they speak here about the tail. Hold on. Euronews. Tail. It also has a short broad dust tail and a longer, faint ion tail, created when the solar wind interacts with the comet's coma. The green glow is a result of ultraviolet radiation from the sun lighting up the gases that are streaming off the comet's surface. This comet is thought to have come from the Oort cloud, a region around the outer solar system that is thought to contain billions of comets that are mostly in a stable orbit around the Sun, as you know. Could it be that tonight we are not watching the tail because of that phenomena? Because it's getting further away from the Sun? Could it be that? I didn't find the answer in this. No, the comet moved here. Still working the platform. Should be almost finishing. I just reset and do the star hope again. Or we can go to another object and then change. Also that. PNG files allows you to see without any other software. Live stacking. Yes. Rao. Did you buy it already? You were going to buy the Asterion, no? Did you buy it, the Asterion, for your 10-inch? It's 10-inch, no? Or are you in doubt yet? Yeah, I can see a faint. If we can see better the tail now, from now, that the moon is getting lower, I think. The explanation is the moon. Or both. Or the distance to the Sun. My knowledge is not enough to have an answer to that. But I would like to know. Where is the moon? Moon. The moon is getting lower. The moon is there. Near Mars. The moon is near Mars now. And it will go lower, of course. So it tends, and even more, it's at west, so the house will cover a bit. Yeah, could be the moon also. Do you want me to point to another object? Look, we have on site to the Dobsonian power of the 8-inch. I will tell you what we have in the menu for today. The menu. The menu is... Well, we are pointing north from here, from north. From north towards east and towards south. So we start having... We are not yet in the galaxy season. They are low. But we start to watch... Let me pull the bookmarks. Because the platform is almost over and I will have to reset. So I can take the chance to do a star hopping. You see, Virgo constellation, it's still low. But Leo, the Leo triplet is at 36. More than 30 is a nice view. What do you have more? The Leo triplet, M95, another galaxy is very nice. Let me see if I remember. Another galaxy here. We're starting to have galaxies here to watch. More. So you choose. This one is, what is this? 15 magnitude. This is a planetary nebula that I watch. I don't know. I don't remember. We have also here at 44 here on Ursa Major the vacuum cleaner galaxy, for instance. Also beautiful. 10.6 magnitude. Ones are fainter. Another galaxy that I watched but I don't remember. 39 degrees, another galaxy here. And as we are with the Nexus, the box galaxy. 37. A real rare galaxy. They call the box. We're starting to have the Cocoon at 36. It's very beautiful, this galaxy, the Cocoon galaxy. We can also... This one, I don't know why I don't have it on the favorites. The Silver Needle galaxy, I will bookmark it. Because I saw that and it's beautiful. Head bookmark. Highlight bookmarks. Silver Needle Galaxy. Hubble Variable Nebula. Yes, we didn't saw it yet. I'll be real. That's the most beautiful. I'll be real. But it's not on site. No. It's not on site. Remember that I'm close to the south. Then Orion Nebula is at this hour it's already not very good to the Orion constellation. We have the Skull. This is at 26. It's not so high. Skull and Crossbones Nebula. I also watched it already. Let me see the camera. With the 8-inch. Capture all the... This is a difficult nebula, but we can also watch it. So we have good little pinwheel galaxy. We have some galaxies that fit our setup. Medusa Nebula, I didn't watch it yet. I saw your pictures, I don't remember who was. I don't know if it was Mazif, maybe, or Brandon. Jason. The Medusa Nebula. It's at 62. The Hubble variable, I think it's, well, it's on 57, but yeah, we can watch it. So, no, I'll be real. Astrotib. Hubble variable. Hubble variable. Nebula. This one it's good to watch visually. People that like visual, and we are limited by our vision on nebulae. This one, you can... I think it's a reflection nebula, no? And you can watch it... I think it's reflection. Let me check. NGC 2261. NG 2261. Monoceros. Is it a reflection nebula? Doesn't say here. Either like this. Reflection. Yeah. NGC 2261 is a reflection nebula in the Monoceros constellation. It's that one that you want? Okay. Let's go to... Let me see how I will capture it. Telrad. I have this star. Ah, Betelgeuse. I have... but this one is so... At least, I don't know if we have vision to that. So it's Betelgeuse, Telrad, 2 Telrad, 3 Telrad, 4 Telrad maybe. But it is... Let me check outside. I will leave the comet. It stopped. This means that platform it stopped. Okay, I will... It stopped. I have to reset. Focus it. Yes. Now, after confirmed it's focused, let's do
Start hopping.
I'm not sure. I have to play to solve. I thought I could watch it with a finder, but I... Play to solve. Almost. I'm here. This is the Christmas tree. We are in the Christmas tree cluster. How foolish I was. I should have been watching the Christmas tree and then go down. Okay, the camera. Okay, we go here. Almost there. It's there. Yeah, it's there. It's here. Look. So tiny. So tiny. Look. Looks like a comet. It's very beautiful to watch visually. We can see this. Visually. I like this nebula visually. You gave me a tough one. Now let's stack this. Ooh. Moving. Okay. Let's go like this. Let's see what happens if I do like this. A region of interest. Let's see if it catches. Yeah. The moon is near the region. Seconds, it's too much. It's moving. see the light pollution effect. I think I will. This is the Hubble variable nebula. Here the darks are not working with this. This is made for the small focal reducer. Let me try with the Nexus for seconds. See what happens. Okay. It's more stable. Color is better. It's the moon. It will make the things harder. Hubble variable nebula. A very nice nebula for you to try to watch visually. You will find the Christmas tree cluster, and then you go down. You will not see the nebula on the Christmas tree cluster, only stars. But then you go down a bit and you will watch it visually through an eyepiece, and it's beautiful. It looks like a comet. Yeah, very noisy because of it's really near the moon. Interesting. Then we come back to the comet. Good point. Samir, good point. Don't buy the ZWO infrared cut, it doesn't have double screw. That's a thing that often people don't think of. Like the Optolong L Pro. I like the L Pro, but it only has one thread. And the Badr has two threads. That means you can place it, the filter, and then add other things up and down. So it's very important. And the Badr infrared cut filter is the best one. I have two. It's very, very good. You pay a bit more, but you get quality forever. Pay once, cry once. Somebody said here. I remember. Pay once, cry once. And that store, make your calculations with the shipping prices, because at least for Portugal it's the most expensive store in Europe. With this, I tell you all. Compare always the prices with the shipping prices. Don't fall on the trap of the prices. It's like the companies that place the price without VAT. No, the tax. They have the price with VAT below, but you read the big number and you think in that number, you remember that number, and then you don't know the shipping price. Two things. So the shipping price is very important when you are making the accounts. The Badr, yes, the Badr is the best one. Badr is the best one. And it has two threads. Yeah, Badr is good. We are watching the Hubble Nebula. We will go to the comet again. We were watching the comet. It's the main character tonight in this beautiful story. And we are watching now the Hubble Nebula, which is also beautiful, and beautiful for you, a good target for you to have as a challenge, a visual challenge with your eyepiece. It's a tiny one, so use magnification. And we are using to watch these objects the 8-inch Dobsonian telescope over an equatorial platform to track the sky with the ZWO-294 MC color camera, uncooled, it's not cooled, and also with a coma corrector and focal reducer, an excellent tool from Arizona in the United States of America, called Nexus. Piece of quality. So it's the ZWO-294, and we are watching from here.
Planet Earth, continent Europe, country Portugal, region Algarve, 37 latitude, Bortle 5.
I like very much. This one, AstroTIB, was one of the first objects. That's why I insist in visual. One of the first, you know, when we buy the telescope and the expectations are too high visually, and we start pointing at the nebulae, and we know that they are there, the Veil Nebula, the California Nebula, I don't know. Many nebula that we point to them, and we know that the Horsehead Nebula, and you try to find the head of the horse and you never find it because you can't see it, basically, with filters, without filters, like that. And some nebulae we grab to those nebulae, like the Ring Nebulae, the Eskimo Nebulae, the Snowball Nebulae, those planetary that are easy to capture with a Dobsonian. And this one was one that I was not with so much expectations on it, but when I found it, I was amazed. And then I searched about the nebula. We can also watch here. And I was amazed, and I said, this one is on the list of visual objects. Hubble site. Hubblesite.org. This is the Hubble image of the nebula. Enjoy it. Beautiful. This is reflecting the light. Now let's read what Hubble says here. It is a fan-shaped cloud of gas and dust which is illuminated by R Monocerotis, the bright star at the bottom end of the nebula. So this is the bright star which illuminates, this is why it's a reflection nebula. Illuminates here and reflects the light. Let me see what they say. Dense condensations of dust near the star cast shadows out into the nebula, and as they move, the illumination changes, giving rise to the variations first noted by Hubble. Hubble the guy, Hubble the Edwin Hubble, astronomer. That's why the name. So that's why it's variable, because it changes. The star itself, lying about 2500 light years from Earth, cannot be seen directly, but only through light scattered off of dust particles in the surrounding nebula. The star is believed to have a mass of about 10 times of the Sun. and to have an age of only 300,000 years. So it's a young star, very young star. Only 300,000 years. There is probably a symmetrical counterpart of the fan-shaped nebula on the southern side of the star, but it is heavily obscured from view by dust lying between this lobe and our line of sight. So what they say here, NASA, is talking about something that we can't see. It's obscured. Okay, if we can't see, we can't. Beautiful. And here it is, from the Dobsonian power. The 8-inch. No. Let's go to the comet again. Let me save this. Hold on. Look how tiny. Take the red. Too much red. Now the green. The red again. Good. I want that background, that vignetting to be softer. Blue. And now you can do like this. Well, I will cut it anyway, so save as scene. This is 9 minutes of stacking. We save this and then we crop. And then I will post on the community. Now, reset again. This is beautiful. You see how bright it is? We can see it visually. It's tiny, but with magnification, the 9 millimeters or so that I have, it's very nice. Antonio Cortez. I bought an Optolong L Pro thinking that it's screw on both sides. Do you know if any of the Optolong filters have screw on both sides? I'm thinking of getting the L Extreme. I think, Antonio, I think they are all the same. You have to find a way to screw it to the bottom. The last thing of, or the first one, of the imaging train. Or visual train, because the Optolong, the L Pro is also good for visual. Good tip for you. Now we are on Hubble. Let's do the auto again and come back to the comet. Let's see if I'm good. Start hoping we will watch just one more time. Let's see the comet to deliver what we promised in the video thumbnail. So it is over Polaris. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's see if I'm faster than a go-to to find a comet. Watch me. I think I won the go-to, eh? The go-to will still yet making noise. And trying to find the comet. This is the Dobsonian power, and that's it.
Dobsonian power.
Now, compare the L extreme with the IDAS and BZ. Yeah, they talk good things about those filters. Adam says something different. I would not consider one thread as a big disadvantage. The less glass on your optical way, the better. Well, tell me how I insert the series on the Nexus. It depends, Adam. The series on the Nexus, I would have to place the filter at the end. If it gets reflections, I'm done. Or the trick I use with the focal reducer, the cheap one. It depends. But it's manageable. The COMET. I don't use setting circles. I use the tail rod and the finder for this. Let's make it pop. 4 seconds because this is unstable. It's windy now. It's windy. Windy and it's cold, the wind. Gosh. Very cold. I was without a jacket. Here it is. Yeah, the tail should be... Yeah, it should be... because of that phenomena. Of the moon and... Of the sun. The distance from the sun. We can barely see here. But not that... Although now we can see a bit better because the moon is lower. I don't know. Yeah, it depends. But you are right, it's not a big disadvantage. I think, it's my opinion. It is for me. But if I... for instance, when I chose between the Baader Neodymium and the Optolong L Pro, that disadvantage puts some weight on the decision. Anyway, the Baader Neodymium is softer and it's a better fit for my skies. But, if I found that it was not enough with the Baader Neodymium and I had to use, and it was much better with Optolong L Pro, I would find a way to use the L Pro. Or both, I don't know. No, the L Pro. I would get the L Pro and use the L Pro. I will manage the distance, or I will replace the filter as I have with a spacer and with a series on the Nexus, which I always use. It will have to fit at the bottom, and that's it. The problem, it will not be the reflection, I think. My guess is with a series on the Nexus and the filter at the bottom will not introduce any reflection. The problem is it will introduce one more space. Well, it's not a huge disadvantage, but it will introduce the 3 or 4 millimeters of the filter, the 8 of the filter inside the tube, because the series on the Nexus is so big that it enters just a bit in the tube. If we can avoid to add more stuff inside the tube, the better. Well, it's being a bit picky, but doing the things right. If I have a better alternative, But the L Pro is a very nice filter, very nice. I love it. Use only 2-inch, don't use filters 1.25 in a 2-inch focuser. It's a mess, then it introduces more vignetting and force yourself to use only 2-inch stuff. Then you need spacers. A 2-inch spacer is much easier. If I could, I use a 3-inch focuser in a 12-inch Dob. There was a time that I was thinking in change my focuser for a 3-inch to get rid of vignetting without doing flats. The circles help a lot of people. Yeah. Brian, I think the infrared ultraviolet, it's enough. In your Bortle 4 setup, I think it's enough. The neodymium I use now, I used to use only the infrared and it was enough. Now I upgraded to the neodymium because my city, near city, and some constructions they made, buildings constructions, now has some lights, but most of them are the old lights. Or they reconnected lights that were not connected, things like that. The thing is, my sky glow is mainly, well, it's boosted by the new LEDs also, but it's mainly with old lights, and this neodymium is soft and only cuts a bit of those lights. That greenish glow and greenish-orangish glow that we see from that light, and it's precisely on east. So it messes a bit, and the other neodymium helps in that, and it doesn't cut a lot, so I can use it as a broadband filter. It's very nice. But the infrared cut filter is enough. I think, it's my opinion, in Bortle 4. Unless you have a street light near you. Actually, now that I don't have any street light, they disconnected here near me. I could come back to the infrared cut filter most of the time. Yeah, I didn't notice it. Yeah, you're right. There are 2 stars here. Another 2 tiny stars here. And the other 2 here, I think. 2 tiny stars here, 2 here, and 2 bigger. Actually more than 2. And this could be a galaxy behind a comet. The Dobsonian has the power the power of resolution enough to make some distant galaxies and faint ones pop. So not pixel. This is well focused. Yeah. Once in a lifetime. Now I will record this again, save the exactly as seen. And remember, these live streams tomorrow again, we will keep live streaming. If you have lucky with the weather, If you have luck, you can be with your telescope and watching us or listening at the same time. You are not alone. And if you have bad luck with the weather, you can watch us and watch the comet, so you are covered. And if you are with a telescope, you're not alone. You are here with us all, and I'm not alone also, being with you, and it's more pleasant, the experience, the instant gratification experience of watching a comet with 50,000 or 50,000 years later than our ancestors, Homo sapiens. So, thank you very much again for being here. Remember to be here tomorrow, and we meet you again on Discord meanwhile. Thank you, and Dobsonian power. Bam!
Dobsonian power.